Hello and welcome to the Contenders Corner podcast, episode 54, and this is a WrestleMania Night 1 review and Night 2 predictions. So let's talk everything wrestling. And again, WrestleMania Night 1 was massively stacked, guys. It was... Others will say it was underwhelming. Others will say it was fun. Others will say it was phenomenal. Others will say it was exciting. It was a good show. And that is that, guys. That is just that. Your opinion is your own. How you take WrestleMania is your own. But this is the Contenders Corner podcast. And today, guys, we share our thoughts. Did we like it, guys? Did we love it? Did we enjoy it? There's only one question, guys. Was Night 1 fun? Yes, it was fun, guys. Yes, it was exciting for what it was. There was a few segments in that show, guys, that were underwhelming. Of course it was. But did the first match just rattle a few cages? You know, a lot of people had thought Drew was going to win that fight. But in the end, guys, in the back of my head, I always knew Bobby Lashley was going to win last night. There was something telling me Bobby Lashley was going to win. And look what happened. He had won. But anyway, guys, it was stacked. We saw Bobby Lashley at the beginning versus Drew McIntyre. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Omos versus AJ Styles. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. So Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. Bad Bunny, Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. We saw the tag team turmoil match. Lana and Naomi, Lana Brooke, Mandy Rose, the Riot Squad, and Natalya and Tamina, all in a tag team turmoil match. And then we saw Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. But anyway, guys, first off, what a night. Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre. A lot of people have said, guys, this match was botched from... this match was botched. But again, my thoughts. Comment below, guys, your thoughts in this match. What are your thoughts on WrestleMania Night 1? Did you enjoy WrestleMania 37 Night 1? Let me know in the comments below, guys. But yes, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre. And again, guys, it was a slobber knocker. It was a slugfest. And that's what it was, guys. There was a lot of fun in that match. There was a lot of back-to-back sequences. Bobby Lashley brought some pain to Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre, there was a lot of segments where Drew McIntyre was controlling and dominating the match, and I can see where people, you know, were swaying to, you know, 1 minute you would have thought Drew McIntyre was going to win this match, and again, he deserved to win the match on the night, but Bobby Lashley is your still WWE champion. He has retained, guys. Bobby Lashley has retained, and I'm going to give this a 3.7 out of 5. And then we have the tag team tomorrow match. Lana Naomi versus Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose versus the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina. And again, Lana and Naomi were taken out, and it was also, guys, Camilla and Billie Kay were in the match. Sorry, so Camilla and Billie Kay had defeated Lana and Naomi, and then Billie Kay and Camilla were defeated by Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose were defeated by the Riot Squad, and again the Riot Squad brought the fight. They showed tremendous fashion, guys. Some good work, and it was a good match. It was a better sequence from the women's division here. And Natalya and Tamina. Natalya had given the win to Tamina in the end, and I thought that was good to see there. And Tamina does deserve some title at least, and Natalya does deserve at least another push for a title, to get back into that title picture, and that was good to see. And yes, guys, I want to give that a 4 out of 5. Then we have Cesaro versus Seth Rollins, and again, guys, what a slobber knocker this was! What a match this was! And again, guys, if you haven't seen this match, then please go ahead and watch night 1 and watch Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. What an absolutely show stealer of a match. Both men had given the fight. Both men had brought the fight to each other. And there were moments where Seth Rollins was controlling the match. There were moments where Cesaro was controlling the match. There was a lot of counters in this match, guys, and that was good to see. There was a lot of reversals as well. Cesaro heavily reversing Seth Rollins, and you could see Cesaro was very, very hungry in this match, and hopefully WWE see some light here and give Cesaro a title shot in the future. Contenders Corner match rating, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Very decent match, guys. It was fantastic. Almost AJ Styles versus the New Day. New Day had dominated from the start and were controlling AJ Styles, heavily controlling AJ Styles, and every attempt AJ was getting to tag Omos into the match, they were controlling every attempt. He had tried to make a tag to Omos, but eventually Omos got into the ring, and the Goliath, the big giant, managed to outsway the New Day, and he was controlling the match from there in. Dominated force, looked reasonably well on his debut, but the only thing, guys, he was stiff to bone, man. He was very stiff, even on the outside, guys. When he was trying to get a tag from AJ, you would have expected him to reach out. His reach would have at least been able to reach AJ Styles as AJ Styles was trying to tag Omos. He would have been able to reach for his hand. He just looks stiff. Man. Absolutely. But again, Omos, AJ Styles are your new tag team champions. AJ Styles is your new Grand Slam champion. And fantastic. Congratulations to AJ Styles becoming a Grand Slam champion. He fully deserves it. And almost, I didn't enjoy this match, guys. So I'm going to give it a 2. You know what, guys? I'm going to give it a 1.5 or 1 out of 5, guys, on the Contenders Corner. Shane McMahon versus Strowman. I really thought this would have been a bad match, guys. It was a slow burner on me. A very, very slow burner on me. It was becoming to grow on me up until the point where Shane McMahon had managed to get out of the ring and Strowman ripped the panels off the cage and forced him to get back into the ring. He got to the very top of the cage with Shane McMahon and then forced him to the ring floor, guys, and literally threw Shane McMahon onto the mat. And Shane McMahon takes a massive bump, and then from there, Strowman hits the running power slam on Shane McMahon to get the win. But first off, guys, Strowman was assaulted by Jackson Ryker and Elias with a chair, and they were heavily attacking his back, heavily attacking the knee, the shoulder with the chair. And that was when Shane McMahon capitalised on this and brought the chair into the steel cage and was attacking the leg, the back of Strowman. We saw Shane McMahon hit the coast to coast, and that was great to see, guys. And he connected the coast to coast. Man, you know what I mean? Strowman took a massive bump there from the coast to coast, and I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, guys. It was fun. It was a slow burner, but this match didn't need to be on WrestleMania anyway, guys. Then we had Bad Bunny and Damian Priest up against The Miz and John Morrison. Both entrances were fantastic. They were very fun and exciting. Bad Bunny. So you could tell he had done a lot of training, guys. He looked very good in the ring. So he had impressed a lot of people, guys. He has impressed a lot of people for sure. I thought he would have went into this match and Bad Bunny would have been a bad work. But he walked into this ring, proved to a lot of people that he could deliver a good match with Damian Priest. And again, The Miz and John Morrison, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest had delivered a good match. And that's all it was, a good match. It was not a phenomenal match, but it was an impressive match. Bad Bunny was the one who had impressed a lot of people here, especially with that finisher, the Bunny Destroyer. And great athleticism, guys. He had shown he can move around the ring. We saw him jump off the turnbuckle, guys, showing his air assaults, guys, and his in-ring action. We saw a lot from Bad Bunny last night, and it was a very fun match. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. And then we go with the Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Guys, we knew since the Royal Rumble that Belair was always going to be handed the title belt. I knew this anyway. But the thing is, guys, it was shocking to see Bianca Belair produce a match like that. The way she handled herself in the ring, the way she brought the fight to Sasha Banks, that was shocking, guys. I thought it wouldn't have been as good as it was. That's what shocked me, guys. I had this to be, say, a 3.5 or a 3.6 of a match, and it wasn't going to be as good as it was on paper. But Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks gave a good match. You know what? I trusted Sasha Banks to at least bring the fight to Bianca Belair, and she did. She did not make it easy for Bianca Belair to obtain that title, and that was good. It looked real. That match looked real, and then they connected really well. We saw brute power from Bianca Belair as she was carrying Sasha Banks all the way to the ring, and she brought her back in. She caught her and lifted her up and literally carried her back to the ring and threw her back in the ring. We then saw the hair being used throughout the match, and the one part, guys, which was great to see, was when Sasha Banks was pulling on Bianca Belair's hair, and Bianca Belair pulled Sasha to her. She then got her hair and whipped it across Sasha Banks's chest, and it was like a gunshot being lit up in the arena, guys. And you could literally hear in the Raymond James Stadium, guys, the sound of that hair being whipped across Sasha Banks's chest, and it was like a gunshot. And there she connects the KOD to deliver the victory, and she becomes the new women's champion. So, guys, Bianca Belair is your new women's champion. We knew it was going to be handed to her anyway, but again, guys, that is my thoughts on that. It was a great match. But again, we all knew it was going to be handed to her since the Royal Rumble. But what are your thoughts here, guys, for the Night 2 predictions? But anyway, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair gave off a very good match. They stole the show, so I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. So the one match that was very impressive for me on Night 1, guys, and I thought it was really handled very well, and he thoroughly deserves at least a title, guys, and that is Cesaro. 5 out of 5 match. Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Fantastic match. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks also stole the show, guys, and that was a 4 out of 5 on the Contenders Corner. So our predictions for Night 2. We've got Apollo Crews versus Big E. Matt Riddle versus Sheamus. Kevin Owens with Logan Paul. No, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Natalya and Tamina. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Edge, and The Fiend versus Randy Orton. So first we're going to go with Big E. So Big E will lose tonight against Apollo Crews. So I think this belt is going to be handed over to Apollo Crews tonight. Matt Riddle is going to lose, and I think the title is going to be handed to Sheamus. Kevin Owens, I think they will see some interference with Logan Paul, and it will be a tough one, guys. I was swaying towards Kevin Owens to win here, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to go with Sami Zayn because I think there's going to be some kind of interference. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are going to lose here, and the titles are going to be handed over to Natalya and Tamina. They thoroughly deserve this. Natalya, she has done a lot of impressive work over the years, guys, and now is her time to at least get back in that title picture. And Tamina, she has been here from day one, guys, and she hasn't had a title to her name, and she thoroughly deserves this, guys. And then we have Asuka, Rhea Ripley. Asuka's going to retain here. I do reckon we're going to see some return tonight, guys. So possibly possibly Becky Lynch could return. She handed over the title to Asuka. So could she want that title back? Are we going to see Asuka retain and then bang, Becky Lynch returns to confront Asuka at WrestleMania? Or are we going to see, guys, like we saw with Jeff Hardy a couple of years ago? Are we going to see? So tonight, guys, it is Asuka and Rhea Ripley. But are we going to see, like we saw with Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, where Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy were just put into the match at WrestleMania? Are we going to see this fold at WrestleMania? Is Becky Lynch going to be put into Asuka and the Rhea Ripley match, like it was with Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy a couple of years ago? Again, Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns. A lot of people are saying Roman Reigns is going to retain here. I certainly don't think he's going to retain. I think the Chief is going to be knocked off his pedestal. He is going to be dethroned here. And I was favouring Edge to win this. But again, this could be Daniel Bryan's last physical WrestleMania. So I am going to go with Daniel Bryan on this one. And then The Fiend versus Randy Orton. The Fiend's definitely got to get a win here, guys. So he is going to win here. The Contenders Corner match, the Contenders Corner prediction here is going to be The Fiend. But is this Fiend, the burned Fiend, going to be Bo Dallas? Is that Fiend Bo Dallas, guys? Or are we going to see the real Fiend show up, a second Fiend show up? So a couple of people have emailed me and messaged me and said that they predict there's going to be a second Fiend, and that is going to be Bray Wyatt that shows up at WrestleMania. This Fiend that is in the match with Randy Orton is Bo Dallas. And they also predict that Alexa Bliss is going to show up tonight with a mask. And these are the predictions, guys. And again, we will be back on the Contenders Corner podcast tomorrow for a review. But anyway, this was the WrestleMania predictions and a WrestleMania Night 1 review. Stay awesome.